What's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? Had a pretty tough job today at work. Not gonna go to the gym today. I can't. I'm super tired. Had a rough one. Had to do a. I'm doing a flywheel housing. The job somebody else did, but they put a new flywheel housing. The rear main seal leaked, so I'm tearing it all apart. Make sure it's done right. Basically had a rough day this morning. Just all day basically. I had a rough ass day. It's hot out here in Dallas, and I'm tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and let myself rest for today. And wanted to discuss with you. I did put a small little 1 minute video. After basically I had already done my workout. I stayed a little bit longer in the garage just to like really hit the bag real hard, and that's probably why I'm so tired because I was working out yesterday. What's up, Jimmy? Working out yesterday, and then today had a heck of a day at work. Just heavy work. It's just heavy ass work, bro. This shit wears you out. So I came home and I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go to sparring today. And it's been a while because my shoulder's fucked up. So just it's been like all last week, and then now Tuesday and Thursday probably be the last day I get to go. Hopefully I'll feel better. All right, so wanted to discuss with you the flies. So just this is gonna post and it'll be afterwards and everything. Um, but someone had said something and commented on my unboxing post that they really like um, a feature of these gloves, and it is also the reason that I really like these gloves now. After using them yesterday, I am these are freaking good gloves, man. And the reason I like them, the reason I really like them, is the way it positions your hand. So the way this positions your hand is to hit like it's got a real flat, boxy looking look to it. It looks, basically looks like a square, right? Like squared out, which is fine, which is fine. Yeah, man. I like these gloves probably better than, man. Initial, just my first impressions of it, I really love this glove. I think this glove is probably one of the best gloves I own. It's right up there with winning. It's right up there. It's basically, I almost like it. I like it a little bit. Not, I'm not gonna say more. It just slightly less, but I think that I think that when I get the actual premium leather one, I think I am gonna like these better than winning. And the reason I say that is the positioning that it puts your hand. So I tried. I pulled out all my gloves and I was messing with them today. So I pulled out at least the flies, and I pulled out the winning. Here's my winning gloves. Um, so I put them both on, and you can see the way the little difference here. They are very similar in, and I know I said yesterday the leather didn't feel similar to me, but when you put them both on and you put them close to each other, and you really kind of grab them and you look at the texture of them, they are very similar. They actually are very similar, and the pliability of it, I guess. So yesterday I twisted this glove up, like I twisted it like this, and I think you can probably do that to the winning gloves as well. So you can see that you can really twist the winning glove up if you wanted to, just like you can twist the fly glove up like that. Excuse me. But the like this glove, you could do it, but this glove is ridiculous as far as the thickness of the leather. So 1v1, right up there along with it. But let me get back to the fly as compared to the winning. So the reason I like fly is the positioning that it puts your hand. So although this does look similar, when you put them on, so when you put these on, you can see that, see where the flatness of the knuckle lands on here? It's right where you want the punch to land. If we were fighting bare knuckle, you want it to land on the knuckle part, like basically the top knuckles, these knuckles right here. You want them to land on these knuckles right here, right then that knuckle right there. I often feel like when I'm punching the bag, I try to think of it like as if I was Wolverine, right? Not like literally, but I try to think of it as an extension of my hand. Like if I had claws coming out here, I would want to stab straight into the bag, not slice into it or scrape it or hit. When I land on the bag, I want like Wolverine to go clean in and clean out. Clean in, bam, and that's how I want to land on the bag. And I want to land on it right here with these knuckles right here. Now with the winning, they land kind of like here on these knuckles, and it's because of the way the padding kind of circles around, and it's flat, but it's circular too, and that circular part it kind of connects here, like right here on the knuckles, on the flat part of your knuckles, not really the knuckly part, like not really the knuckle part, but like the flat part, and you feel it here. You feel it here on these knuckles. So, and when the other gloves that I put on, it's the same way. So right here, so this is this is the point where the glove ends right here, where it first makes contact, and that's right on this part of my knuckles, like that. It's like, yeah, I can't even really get the glove right. Like it's gonna land here first and then slide up. So the positioning that fly puts your fists in is, I don't have any gloves that do that. I have no gloves that do something like that. The Even like we talked about the Mexican gloves. I don't have any. The only ones I have here are Gill, and I only brought these out to look at the leather. But I don't think Gill really does this either. And you can see how stiff these freaking things are, man. I have to, and I've worn these a few times to try to wear them in. But these are going to take some wearing in. Like these are super stiff. These are cowboy belt stiff. So yeah, you can see how ridiculous these are. Let me see. Thing is, the thickness of this leather is ridiculous too. And you can see here, same thing, where it actually first connects is right there. So even the way that Mexican gloves are initially, yeah, you know what? I believe you, man. These damn things don't break in for nothing. But I imagine that these are probably going to last forever. I cannot imagine these breaking down. I will be shocked the day that these break down, because these suckers are like freaking leather belt thick. They're stupid thick. Anyway, and the stiffness of the leather, beautiful metallic though. I like this. This is like a bone or like a cream, they call this right here. But yeah, man. So even these style of gloves don't put your hand in the same position that the fly do. The fly put your hand in the absolute best position possible. You can see how it's literally squared. I mean, I thought that maybe that's kind of the way it came in the box or something, but no, man, this is what they're shaped like. They are shaped to land square on that knuckle. Another thing I love about them is the finger compartment here. So right here, that finger compartment, like right here, when you get your hands, you're gonna get your fingers all the way into this bottom of this compartment, and this piece, this seam right here of the glove, it kind of rides up all the way to like right here. Now, most gloves, they're about right here, and they kind of get caught right there on that pinky, and you'll feel that seam, and sometimes it sucks until you break it in. But these ones go all the way down. This seam rides about right here, and that feels awesome. It feels great that's you're like way deep into it. Yep. So you're like super deep into this glove at this point, and then when your hands roll over, I mean, it puts your hand in that. I mean, right where it connects, it's the knuckle part. It's right there, and you land so solid with these things. I did not. I almost have a bias against these gloves. I almost had a bias against them. But after using them yesterday, and I stayed and I hit more and more, and I was trying to hit the bag as hard as I possibly could to see if I could feel any kind of pain in my hand. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing got through this, man. I was hitting the bag solid as hard as I could, and no pain. I mean, Fly have they did an excellent job with this glove, and this is the cheaper one. This is the one that cost me $215 plus shipping. I don't know the exact end. No, actually, let me check my emails. I'll give you the exact number. I bought mine from Box Up Nation. Who doesn't buy it from Box Up Nation? But that's. Let me actually search for it because I got too many emails. Yeah. Yeah, Box Up. Okay. No, they're not that one now. What the heck? Hold on. All right. Okay, so end of the day. Okay, so taxes was $20, shipping was $17.17. The subtotal was $229. Oh, and that's because I got these gel techs. Okay, so I bought these gel techs as well. And what I did was I ended up cutting it into thirds. So I'm actually going to get 3 pairs. And here's one of the gels that I cut. Now, when you cut the gel on these, they are very sticky where you cut in between. So I just put some of that boxer's tape on there on the sides. And this is pretty much the same size. And I looked at it. I put it up against the winning gel knuckle guard. It's the same size, but a little less thick. But yeah, you just basically put it right here across the knuckles. And that's another thing too, because I put this on. The feedback was good on them. They're not as loud as other stuff, but the solid, like the way you land on the bag and the way it feels on your hands, like, man. And I almost feel like I didn't want to like them as much as I liked them. But you know what? You gotta call it down the line. And dude, these gloves are fucking awesome. These are awesome gloves. I can see why you would switch. I mean, I feel like if I was gonna spend that much money on a winning glove, which these gloves right now are $500. This glove is $500. Well, not just one. This actually it's $250. The other one's $250 as well. So for this one glove, I could buy a pair of these gloves. So yeah. So the sound isn't as good. I will not lie. The sound is not as good. You're not going to get the same feedback, but I would almost argue that it feels better. When it feels better to land with these gloves, even though they're not as loud. It just feels better to land with these gloves. People have done a lot of durability tests with these, and um, these have been known to hold up. But I have heard people comment on my video and say that they didn't hold up and that they were all messed up. Not too long ago. Uh, my Lopez, the Mexican gloves, they got popped, dude. These gills, if you look, I have a short video on the gills, just throwing the hands on them, But the pop on these are amazing, but the comfort is nowhere close. I mean, these are freaking. I mean, at some point, these are gonna break in. Like I said, even Fit to Box, he gave them high reviews, and we're talking about this. I'm shocked he gave this a high review, but he gave this a high review, and he said that, well, the more you use it, it'll soften up. So I plan to use it more and soften these up because I think they will be good. Once they break in, I believe these will be really good gloves. And these are supposedly 14s, but they weigh like 18 and a half or 19 and a half. So 14-ounce gloves, I weighed them. They're like 19 ounces. They're super heavy, but I don't mind heavy gloves. I actually like heavy gloves. I like to train with heavy gloves. I don't know if that's a Mexican thing or what, but I mean, because Mexicans' gloves always weigh heavy, and I love heavy gloves. So I even, when I got those from the boxing collector, thank you, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, I've been training for a long time, mostly training myself. I mean, I had coaches here and there, but nobody that stuck with me. And I stuck with one coach, but it was an MMA coach, and it was like we did a lot of striking, but he didn't actually teach me how to strike. He just trained with me a lot, and he taught me a lot of grappling. Um, he taught me a whole lot about grappling, about how to be a mean motherfucker, about how to be brutal when you're grappling. That's what he taught me. How to just put your opponent in pain in every situation when you're on the ground. Just make him force the issue, force what you want to happen to happen. You force it. Little subtle things, little tiny subtle things. Like when you're on top of somebody and you're just on top of them instead of laying on top of them like they do in the UFC. One thing he does is he tells you put your elbow on their solar plexus, wherever it is, solar, or put it on their stomach or somewhere on their ribs, and then just lean all your weight on that elbow, on the point of your elbow. And when you're on top of them, just lean that on that elbow on their body somewhere, and that will get them to react. They will either shrimp one way or try to buck or whatever, or they'll try to do something. They'll try to get out of it because that shit hurts. And when they go to get out of it, that's when you attack them. And he taught me a lot of shit like that. He never really taught me how to strike. I did have a boxing coach. I had a Muay Thai coach for a year who taught me how to kickbox, and he was great. But and my kickboxing got really good after that. After that, I've been like, I'm probably a better kickboxer than a boxer, but now I'm heavier again. I just want to focus on boxing because I love boxing. So, and I'm older now. I'm just gonna, I'm at this point. I'm not gonna compete. I just love boxing. I just want to train boxing. I love it. I love sparring. I just love fighting. It's awesome. I love it. So getting back to the flies, I mean, they're awesome. You just uh, can't deny them. That's it. They're so good that I came into it with a bias against them, thinking there's no fucking way these are as good as winning. Of all the gloves I got a lot of gloves that are close to winning, but these ones are not just close to winning. They're different glove. This is a different glove than winning. As many as the little similarities it has is just the leather, the pliability, and I know you said they feel like they feel soft. I thought the same thing, man. I thought the same thing. They feel like they're just gonna fall apart. But I've seen videos of people who've had them for a long time, and they hold up. As far as I know, I haven't seen anybody come on YouTube and say, you know what, I bought these fly gloves, and in 3 months they're all fucked up. The padding gave out. Although someone did comment on one of my videos that the padding gave out, that the padding kind of wore out. But I hit these things, I mean, full blast. I hit them so hard with these gloves, and I just didn't feel any pain in my hands. Um, hey man, I'm there. I'm there. I'm already in the doghouse, bro. I live in the doghouse now. I live in the doghouse now. So, and I'm waiting for these. For these are 16s. Yeah, yes. That's another thing I was gonna say about them is I believe these would be great for sparring. Um, I just the softness of the padding is good. The the protection of your knuckles is good. Um, these are great gloves, dude. Like for all around glove, I can actually understand. I can actually understand why somebody would switch to fly. Why you would say, you know what? I have these winnings right here. I have these winnings. But I will not buy another pair of winnings because with half the money, I could buy these flies. I could buy two pairs of flies. I can totally understand why anybody would say, you know what, I'm going to get fly because of the hand positioning feels amazing. The the winnings feel amazing. I mean, then don't get me wrong, the winnings are, I mean, they're my number ones. They're my number ones. But these are my number halves. No, these are my number one and a halves, man. I can't even, they're so close. I can't even, they're just it's a tie. In my opinion, right now, and I use these, I've had these for 5 years. I use these ones once. So I can't even imagine that the premium leather ones, when they come in, are not going to be the best gloves I ever had. And the reason, another reason, is these fit my hand literally like a glove. They fit. They have are like it's almost like they are tailor fitted to my hand. I mean they're the exact length. Even the width is like perfect. I mean, I was having doubts about the wrist support, but if you use the Suave system, you can't even get. I can't bend my wrist back because the Suave system's so good at destroying wrist movement. And you can look that one up. Look at that. Bam. Go right over the wrist with that. That's that they when they lace you up, that's what they tape you right here anyway. Because so just to create that wrist support. And I don't even have my wraps on. When I have my wraps on, impossible to move this. Impossible to move it back. Um, and when you land, it's I mean, look, you'd have to like real and this is because no, like I said, no wraps. If I had wraps, this would, you know, this is just you can't get any better wrist support. It's good wrist support. You can get better, but this is good. This is just at the top of the top. I mean, there is better wrist support, but you know what? It's up there. The wrist support's good on these. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know how they did it. I don't. The real innovation here on this damn thing is the position of your hand, the positioning of your hand here, making it so that you land on these knuckles. It's genius. It's genius. Somebody made these like, yeah, we're gonna change the position of your hands, and I'm gonna show you these other gloves that I have set up here. I have my winning gloves here, obviously, my winning gloves. But like I showed you earlier, you know these, though they are soft, and yes, very soft. I mean, I've had them for a long time. All right, go trade, bro. So there you go, bam. So right here, you can see it's I mean it land the good thing the crazy thing about these is when you throw hooks and everything, they feel awesome. I mean, these are still my number ones. They're still my babies. Don't worry. Don't worry. Shh. Shh. It's all right. It's all right. You're still my number ones. Okay, so then I have right here the Adidas. Now these Adidas are really good too. These ones have the softness, that softness that you look for, just like Fly and just like Winning. This has the softness, the broken in feeling. It's really comfortable. The thumb is extremely comfortable. The thumb is almost identical to Winning. Um, and I would say if you were a budget person, if you're on a budget and you wanted something very similar to Winning, I mean these Adidas are awesome. They're about the same price. They're slightly cheaper than Fly. Slightly cheaper than Fly. But this one took a little time for me to get. This one was real fast. Box Up Nation sent it super quick. I mean, he lives in Dallas, and I work in Dallas. I live outside of Dallas, but I work in Dallas. So it's like 40 minutes where I work anyway. Dallas is probably 30 minutes away. So yeah, these are yeah. So this synthetic leather is very close to Winning's actual leather. It's very similar. Even it's suspiciously similar, but you can tell it's different. Like it's similar, but you can tell this is different. It's a little bit. I don't even want to say stiffer, but it's got a like a stiffness to it. And I don't know if it's because these are 5 years old and I've used them a lot. These ones have like a thickness to the leather, but they're still soft and nice. All right, man. Have a good one. I like these because the wrist support is actually better than both of those, Winning and Fly. The wrist support on this is amazing, and the way it puts your hands, it's good, very good. Um, fantastic alternative to Winning. Right here is the Tilt 350. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic gloves. Um, Another alternative to Winning, but not really an alternative because they're expensive, is 1v1. The difference here with 1v1 is the thickness of the leather. So the leather, and it's just it is insanely different because of how thick the leather is. But the leather's not so thick like Gill. It's not so thick on these Gills that you know this shit's gonna take me like, man, I'd have to wear these every day for like 3 months to break these in. I imagine these are gonna take a long ass time to break in. The Gill, let me put it this way for you, because that's how Mexicans do it, bro. We do shit a little different. Um, but these Gills, the thickness of the leather on these Gills is probably the same thickness because these are very, very thick. But these are more like this might take me, if I wore it every single day, this might take me like 2 weeks to break in. If I wore it every single day, this would probably take me 2 months to break in just because of the way the leather is. I don't know if it's the way it's treated or what. Maybe that one just, you know, which one the super. These are the Flies right here. These are the Flies. These are the Fly Superlace X. And at the beginning of the live, I was talking about how amazing they are because the main reason is the hand positioning. So the way that this positions your hands to land on the knuckles right here, right on these knuckles, which is fantastic. And a lot of these other gloves, including Winning, have a lot of they kind of are rounded, and when they first connect, they connect kind of right here with these lower knuckles, and then they kind of the movement, the connection of the padding, and then when you dig in with the knuckle afterwards. Um, with these, you kind of land right on the knuckle and you just dig in harder. You could use these for both. You could use these for both sparring and bag work. So this is 16 ounce. So this is a training glove. You could spar with this. I think I would be fine to, even as big as I am, I think I'd be fine to spar with these. These are nice, man. These are super nice, and I didn't think they'd be as nice as they were, but they are nice. But getting back to the 1v1s, they have this thick, insanely thick leather, but they are built almost identical, to winning. Oh, sorry. Let me move it this way. You can really see where he got his thumbs. His thumbs are like almost exactly the same. And even the way the shape of the glove is almost exactly the same. These are both 18 ounces. And I mean, even the only thing is he double stitched. He double stitched on this line, whereas winning only single stitches. How long would the shipping take in the UK for which one? Yeah, they're pricey. That's the problem with that's. I mean, it's not really a problem because winning, though they do last forever and everything, these are thicker leather. I think these would. I think these will outlast those. If we had the same everything, if the conditions were identical, I'm almost you know, I would almost say these would last longer. I almost guarantee they would last longer. And they have like a multi-layer of padding. These are fantastic, man. These are amazing gloves. They're right up there. I mean, these are the top of the top gloves that I have. So Fly is from the UK. Now, I don't not sure how long shipping would take, but I'll tell you right now that I ordered the premium gloves from the UK. They're made to order, so they don't make them till you order them. And it says on the website 3 to 5 weeks for them to make and ship them from the UK. I ordered those 10 weeks ago, and they still have not shipped them. They still haven't shipped them. So I don't really know how long it would take. But if you are in America, I bought these from boxupnation.com. Boxupnation.com. You buy these, and they will ship them right now. You'll get them in like 3 days. You'll get these suckers in 3 days. These are the X line. They make these in China, but from what I understand, they're extremely similar to the premiums. I don't have my premiums yet, and it's been like 2.5 months. So I mean, I could see if it was like a custom colors or something that it would take this long, but for them to take 2.5 months when they said 5 weeks, like, I mean, and they still haven't shipped it. I don't have an email. I don't know when I'm going to get it. Do I think they're worth the wait? Yes, I actually do. Now that I have some, and I had to buy them from a local person, and these are 16s, and I'm waiting for 18s. So these are the 16 ones, and I love them. I don't know that I'll get rid of them, but I love them. So the 18s, I'm gonna have to feel them and see what I think. Yeah, no problem. So there's also, like I was saying about the Tilt 350s, if you are budget minded and you want something more like winning, this is where I would get this. $200. When you look these up on Amazon, eBay, on their own website, they come from the same place. All of them are coming from the same place. It's called double dose something, double D, some kind of warehouse or something. But basically, they're the people that hold the Adidas stuff. So if you're going to order something like this, they're going to come from the double D, and they will come pretty quickly. They come like in a week. So I ordered these ones, and then after I felt how awesome these ones were, I went ahead and ordered these ones. So these are the Adidas Addy Speeds. These been out for a while. A lot of people know about these ones. These ones are the cactus leather. They're kind of newer. These are 18 ounce, so that's the reason I kind of got those. These are 16 because I didn't want to. The reason I got these was because I did not I wanted a different color. The only 18 ounces they had were black, and I already had these ones in black, and because these were the only ones I could get in 18 ounce, so I wanted to get a different color. So I got 16s, and I got them in gold, and they are a little tighter fitting, but once you start hitting the bag in them and stuff, they loosen up. For most people, that's not a problem. For me, it is a problem because I'm a big dude, and when I put my hand in the glove, you can see what happens to the forearm area. I have big forearms, so when that's why I hardly ever get Velcro anything. I always get lace, but um, there you can see how open it is. But once my hands are wrapped, you can't see any of that. And these feel pretty good once you start opening up on the bag with them. These are actually pretty awesome gloves. They're they got great padding. They connect well with the bag. I could spar with these. They're 16 ounces. I wouldn't. I think I'd be fine sparring with these. I only have a few 16s that I think I would spar with. These are one, and these flies are also 16s. I would spar with these for sure. I'd spar with both of these gloves right here. Then they're 16s. And the reason I mention that is because my winnings are 18, my 1v1 are 18. These Adidas are 18s. I have another pair of Reyes. Those are 18. These are the Reyes, my 16 ounce gloves. I would not spar with these. I would only spar with the 18 ounce Reyes, and I probably wouldn't even spar with those just because I have so many other softer gloves to spar with. I probably just wouldn't. And the reason I brought these ones up is because these are one of the top dogs. These are, these are amazing. These gloves. These gloves. I've had a red pair that I have, and I had them for 5 years, and they get better. I love them, but at this point they're broken in and they're awesome. So I started after I got out of trade school, Gary. I started after I got out of trade school. So 2006. Yeah. So I graduated in 2006 in March. And then I think like maybe 4 months later, I was in a gym. And I started training. That's when I first started training. And then I just started training after that. Got onto a fight team for mixed martial arts. And this was before mixed martial arts was cool. It was barely starting to get cool. It was barely blowing up at that point. But then it got real big after that. But anyway, yeah, got on a fight team, stayed with them for a long time. They lost that gym, went to another gym, lost that gym, went to another gym, and then I lost contact with the coach. They lost that gym, and I lost contact, and then I got with this other coach from the first gym that was doing Muay Thai, and I stuck with him for a year. And through him, I was at his gym training, and the other coach that I had lost contact with walked in one day out of nowhere, and we started talking. I hooked back up with that guy. He had his own gym. He had finally gotten his own gym in Fontana. So I started training out of his gym, and then I got hurt. I got hurt a lot. I messed up my shoulder, my knee, everything. I just started getting hurt. I got hurt at work, and that messed up a lot of shit. That's really what messed up a lot of it. So I was training real hard, and actually he was trying to get me to compete. He wanted me to compete, and right about that time, I tore the ligament in my thumb. So my thumb that moves like this, I tore the ligament, and I'm a mechanic, so I work on Peterbilts, Freightliners, Volvos, all those big things that make the world go round. I fix those. So I'm at the master mechanic level doing that. So I need my hands, I need my thumbs, and I messed it up at work. And after that, I couldn't train for a long time. So then I ended up getting married, having a kid. Now I got another kid, moved to Texas. Whole lot of craziness went on. Now I'm back on the comeback trail. So yeah, which brings us to today. Now me buying a stupid ass ridiculous amount of gloves. And here are my Reyes gloves that I just love. I just love them. I'm sorry if you don't like Reyes gloves. I'm just don't know what to tell you, man. I love these gloves. Awesome. They take a beating. They last a really long time, and they feel great, in my opinion. Some people don't like them. I love them, and that's why they're up here. Now, here's one that people don't really know too much about, but they should, and I'll tell you why. These gloves are called New Sporting. Okay, they have the triple thumb, just like Grant. Okay, and that's supposed to be patented. Okay, remember that they're supposed to be patented. Not supposed to be able to use this triple thumb, this triple color right here. New Sporting uses it. I have my suspicions as to why, but I can tell you, New Sporting. Okay, for those that don't know, if you are interested in this glove, which is a fantastic glove, I recommend it highly. This is a great glove. I would spar in this glove, and it's a 16-ounce glove. Fantastic glove, man. Feels amazing. This glove feels awesome. These are one of my. I love these gloves so much. I bought another pair of these gloves. That's how much I love these gloves. I have two pairs of these gloves. Now, the thing about them is they make gloves for other brands. Okay, I don't know exactly who, but I have two brands that I'm about 99% sure that they make their gloves. And those two brands are Bryant Boxing. Okay, and Bryant Boxing gets very high score, very high regarded from both C Squared and Fit to Box. I am 99% sure New Sporting makes their gloves. Okay, and I'm also 99% sure, and I don't know that anybody has said this anywhere, but I'm about not man, I'm like 99% sure New Sporting makes Salvador gloves. And I have my reasons for why I think they make Salvador's gloves. I am, like I said, I'm about 99% sure. I have Salvador's, and just looking at the similarities, it's just I just I'm 99, like I said, 99% sure that New Sporting makes Salvador and they make Bryant Boxing. I'm not sure. People have said that New Sporting used to make Grant, but do they still make Grant? I don't know. Now that goes back to having the triple thumb colors, black, white, and silver here. Now that's a Grant. Um, that is a Grant thing there. Okay, that's a Grant patent supposedly, but New Sporting is using it. I'm not going to touch that, but I can tell you on those two other brands. Oh, look at on the chat. He says I am correct on both, and he can confirm it. Okay, see, so I mean, the reason I had figured on the Salvador, like man, and I because I have Salvador, and I put my hands in the Salvadors, and I said, man, when I bought these, I got these, and I put my hands in, and I was like, damn, man, I haven't felt a glove this nice since the Salvadors I got. And then I went in, one night I was just messing around. I grabbed both gloves, I put them next to each other, and I was like, you know what? Looking at the construction, the stitching, little things they do they do little things. Just the way they stitch them, and the actual markings on where they stitch them, because everybody stitches them a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I am looking to lose weight. So yeah, Gary. No offense taken. I have no delusions that I'm, some chiseled boxer here. I'm not delusional. I'm a realist. I'm no nonsense type of person. Yeah, man. I'm a big guy. I'm way too big. So, and I'm expecting another child. So, that's a big thing. I'm like, yeah, I got to get my shit together. I got to get back to what I love to do. What makes, and I love to work out. The food kicks my ass. It's the food. It's the fucking eating. So I just got to get that under control. And then the working out, I love that. So that's just going to take care of itself. And I've done it before. I was big like this before. I lost all the weight down, lost over 200 pounds. and it just crept back up with all the injuries. Lost my meniscus in my knee, and I fucked up my shoulder, my thumb ligament, which the thumb was a stupid one, but when I messed up my knee, I still lost the weight even after I originally messed up my knee 10 years ago. I lost the weight still after that. So yeah, it's not a problem. It's just some shit that I got to do. It's something I got to get done. Nobody can do it for me, and you just have to do it. It really just comes down to hard work. People want to go get the sleeve in their stomach or staple or whatever, cut their stomach up, and all this bullshit. Really, it comes down to, I wouldn't do it because my cousins did that. They got extremely malnutritioned, almost died. Some, that now they're gaining weight again because they never fixed the problem. And the problem is you just got to have some discipline and you got to work your ass off. And that's it. That's how I did it the first time. That's how I plan to do it this time. So, yeah, that's on the weight loss. That's what I got to say about that. I'm doing it. I'm on it. You guys see me working. I've even gotten better since I started doing the videos. I feel like I'm way better now. Like I just in that short amount of time, I feel like I've gotten much better. But New Sporting, if you haven't tried these gloves, man, these are amazing gloves, dude. I can't imagine that Grant or anything is that much better than these, because these are, in my opinion, the best Mexican-made gloves that I have, besides Reyes. And Reyes is totally different, so you can definitely tell that these two people do not make the same glove. Reyes is very open about, and that's why I love them. They're open. They have YouTube videos. You can see where these gloves are made. You can see who makes them, how they make them. There's no bullshit with Reyes, and I love that about Reyes, man. One thing I appreciate about Reyes, that is their transparency to the market. And they have the prices low for what they offer. These are fantastic gloves, and they're like full leather, and they last forever. I can attest to that. I have some that I have for 5 years. They're still over there, and these are my winnings that I've had for 5 years. I bought these around the same time, and still got them. They're still fantastic. So brings me around to these bad boys, which are this one and this other one. These two gloves here, also two of my favorite gloves. Phenom. These are the SG202s, and this is the Hit and Move Balance All Day. So these are supposed to be the all-day balance gloves. I love red, white, and blue colors. I just love. I'm not, now I'm in Texas, but before I was Californian, I loved American flag. I love my country. I'm proud to be in the U.S. I just love it. So I love everything red, white, and blue. And these were red, white, and blue. I love them. Got high remarks or high reviews for them. And these ones are kind of on a little bit off to the side on their own, because of these really focus on the comfortability, but also the stability. And these are just so comfortable. These are like they have a cottony liner. That's what makes them very different, is that they have like a cotton liner. Supposedly it's a moisture wicking liner, but it's the kind of liner that normally I can't stand it because Title Boxing usually uses a liner like this. But these feel a little bit, though they do feel similar, they do feel a little better. They feel a little softer, and I have a feeling that they just dry out better than Title. I can't stand Title's gloves. I can't stand them. But anyways, these are the Hit and Move All Day Balance gloves. They're very stiff in the wrist. Cannot move your wrist back on these gloves. They're very, very comfortable, form-fitting to your hand. And they're just great, dude. These are just fantastic gloves, man. I really like them a lot, but I haven't used them that much because there's other gloves that that tug on the heartstrings a little bit more than these. I will eventually get around to using these a lot more, but I haven't used them that much. And really the same thing with the Phenoms. Now the Phenoms are great gloves, and I used them a lot when I first got them. I used them for like 2 weeks straight. They're very comfortable because I was trying to prove that these liners suck. But you know what? They dried out quick. They didn't stink. They don't feel like they're gonna dry out quick, and they're made really nice. They're both made in Pakistan. This glove and this glove, and they're not the same. Um, this one has like a more stiff padding around the cuff and the wrist, but has a nice layered padding inside of it. It's really nice. This one's really comfortable too. Um, I believe this one's a 16 ounce. I would spar in this also. I would also spar in this 16 ounce. I definitely would. This one's an 18 ounce, which I definitely for sure would spar in. Yes, for fight gloves, they're 8 or 10 ounces. Yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it right there. The difference between fight gloves and training gloves. Fight gloves are tiny. I mean, I just recently bought some fight gloves just to kind of train in and just feel how they feel. They're tiny. I mean, they're small as hell. And I mean, I know I could fight, with some small gloves like that, but dang, man, that's why those fights are punishing, man. Now, someone asked me if I would take where do you buy new sporting and what's the price range? 200s, yes. Okay, so where you buy new sporting is the Boxing Collector. Just Google the Boxing Collector. He sells all Mexican-made gloves. The Boxing Collector. And he sent me those little things. He gives you a free gift. So I suggest with the Suave system, the way I run my laces, I have a video on it. You could look it up. But with my system, the way I run my laces, these aren't the best as far as the lace converters. But who also sends you some hand wraps. And the hand wraps are nice because they have a little gel pad at the end of the hand wrap, and then you can wrap your hands with the gel pad on top. I think those are fantastic. The red ones dyed my skin a little bit, but he did give me some white ones. So if I were you, I would ask for the white ones because that's probably what I would do. Now, that's where you would get new sporting, and I promise you will not be sorry. These are freaking awesome gloves, man. I love these. To me, they are right there with Reyes. I think they're more comfortable than Reyes right off the bat. If you were to get these brand new and get Reyes brand new, I feel like these would be these are more comfortable out of the box. So, yes, I love these gloves. I love them so much. I bought another pair, and I don't even need. I don't need another pair. I bought another pair because I love them. Yeah, because they make the 10-ounce gloves in XL. So they'll make a 10 ounce and a 10 ounce XL. So they're just for the bigger hand compartments. They just make them bigger. That's how they do it. Someone asked me, new sporting or Phenom? Personally, new sporting. That's just, and not that Phenom's any worse than new sporting. That's a toss up, really. You can't go wrong either way. But I love the way those new sportings are. I just love the feeling of them. The triple cuff, the way I have it here. The triple cuff, lace, you cannot go wrong. And then this metallic is nice. I just like the padding on this, and I just love everything about these gloves, man. They weigh a little heavy. I'll warn you now. These are 16 ounces, and they weigh 18 and a half. So they're a little heavy, but I'm telling you, they're so good. You could spar on these. You could hit the bag with these. You could ride these till the wheels fall off, man. I don't know how long they would last, but I'm gonna find out because I feel like these are gonna be a favorite. These are gonna be a favorite. I really love these gloves, man. I could throw these in the bag, and for sure, I know these would be the first ones that I would wear when I hit the gym. But yeah, so new sporting. And Reyes is an awesome glove too, man. I mean, it's less comfortable right off the bat. You're gonna have to break these in, like a lot of people know. You got to break in some Reyes gloves, but once you break them in, they're fucking awesome. These are they're so good. I mean, you could just wail on the bag. These are great. Pop. The pop you get from these suckers. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's pretty much all I have to say about these beautiful fly gloves. Is they're at the top of the top. They're at the very tippity top of gloves that I like, and surprisingly, because I just didn't think I would like them that much, and I really, really love them. I just really love them. They hit a home run out of the park with these. Yeah, so I didn't plan on making this long of a video, but people jumped on, and that's cool. I have no problem. Andy Ruiz or King Kong? That one's tough. I mean, I'm gonna love to watch the fight. Andy Ruiz or King Kong? I want to say Andy Ruiz, but that Cuban style of boxing it's great. I would not be surprised if King Kong Ortiz fucks up Andy Ruiz. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'd say the favorite going in is going to be King Kong. I'd say the favorite going in. I really am. I want to see Andy Ruiz though. I want to see him in this new. He's losing the weight. He's taking boxing more serious, which he should have done after he beat AJ Anthony Joshua. He should have done that shit right then. He should have been like, you know what, motherfucker, you ain't never taking these belts. And he should have just turned the shit around right there, gotten better shape, better conditioning. He would have never lost to AJ that second time. And the problem with him losing to AJ the second time is that AJ, I almost guarantee he will never give Ruiz a rematch. He'll never give him a rematch because he knows that Ruiz probably whoop his ass. So, yeah, I feel like boxing skills-wise, I like King Kong better. I think he's the favorite to win that fight. But Andrew Ruiz is a question mark because you just don't know how good he actually is. We got to find out. If he beats King Kong impressively, I would say, yeah, he's looking for them belts back, which would be awesome. I like Andy Ruiz. But boxing skills-wise, I think King Kong's going to get him. Just my opinion. Let's see. Just fell in love with the speed tilts. Unbelievable. Yes, the speed tilts are fucking awesome, man. These gloves are awesome. These speed tilts right here. Close to winning as you're going to get. They are so similar to winning. And the thumbs are very similar. Fly is just a different glove. That's just a different glove. But you can see the thumbs and how similar they are. Oh, man, I wish I could hit the light just right. But I've put these on, tilts in one hand and the winning in the other, and they're almost identical, man. They're very, very the same feeling, like the same stiffness, opening your hands, closing your hands, the thumb comfort. Man, those are fantastic gloves. If you want something that is close to winning as possible, and you're on a budget, I'd say these tilts are the best option for you. So, with that being said, guys, it's been 58 minutes, which is a long ass time. I didn't expect that to be that long. But thanks for the conversations. I want to make sure that I didn't miss any questions. Oh, coaches one. Okay, that's Jimmy. How you feel about synthetic leather? Okay, yeah, I took care of that one. Yep. Okay, we talked about that. And yes, thank you. Okay. So that's good, guys. That's going to be it. So thanks for checking out the live. I'm going to leave it up. I mean, it's going to be my thoughts about initially the whole thing's about the fly gloves and how I was blown away and didn't expect to be blown away by those gloves. But man, if I held almost a bias against them, but you know what? Those gloves are freaking awesome. $220 or $230 or whatever they are, worth every single penny. Box Up Nation has them right now, so there you go. Catch you guys next time, next live, next video. I'll see you guys. I'm taking a rest today because work kicked my ass. So catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.